When the Spanish conquistadors came to the Americas, a tribe of 600 Incas sought refuge in the mountains at an altitude of over 4,200 meters to escape them. To seal themselves off from the world, they mentally created a large dome that would make them invisible until the time came to reveal themselves. Until their discovery in 1949, the Quechua lived in the mountains virtually isolated from the world. That year, at a festival in Paucartambo, a valley on the slopes of the Andes in southern Peru, anthropologist Oscar Núñez del Prado met two indigenous people who spoke a fluent Quechua, the language of the Incas. The first expedition to the villages of the Quechua took place in 1955. They are the last Incas, a people who have not mixed with anyone and have preserved the knowledge of their ancestors. For 500 years, the Quechua tribal elders have preserved the sacred knowledge of a great change, or Pachakuti, where harmony and order will be restored and chaos and disorder will end. Pachakuti also refers to a great Inca chief who lived in the late 14th century. He is said to have built Machu Picchu and was the architect of an empire the size of the United States. For the Incas, Pachakuti is a spiritual master, a true teacher from another time, because Pacha means world or earth and Cuti means overthrow, radical change of events. His name also means transformer of the world. The last Pachakuti took place when the Spaniards conquered the Incas 500 years ago. Now they knew that change was coming and that it was time to make themselves known to the world, because the signs they were waiting for had come true. The signs were that the lagoon of the mountains would dry up, the condor would be almost extinct, and the Golden Temple would be discovered, and so it happened. Anthropologist Dr. Alberto Villoldo, who lived among the shamans, described how an earthquake in 1949 split the earth in half under a monastery near Cusco in Peru and revealed an ancient Inca temple made of gold. This was the sign that the prophecies of Mosoi, meaning the time to come, were to be shared with the whole world. For the Quechua, the year 2012 brought the beginning of a new era called Taripai Pacha, in which the upper world, the lower world and the everyday world will be united. We will share the same dream and align all our energies with Mother Earth. They say that at first there will be a period of chaos and confusion, but for them the great change has already begun. When enough seeds are activated and freed from fear and other negative aspects of the third and fourth levels of consciousness, the seeds of the fifth level can sprout in humanity and form a whole. The shamans of the Quechua say that there will be a crack in the fabric of time and that we will collectively and simultaneously reach the fifth level of consciousness. It's a dream that is gradually coming true. It's a collective vision. Elizabeth Jenkins reports in one of her books that the Quechua said, when the melting of the snow begins on the sacred mountain of Ausangate, they must leave the city because the earth needs their wisdom, and so it was. It is the time of integration of the peoples of the four cardinal points. They also say that two very powerful forces must be used to achieve the unification between the peoples, love and compassion. Their mission is to share their ancient knowledge with mankind in order to be prepared for the great day when the eagle of the north and the condor of the south will fly together again. The new guardians of the earth will come from the west, and those who have had the greatest influence on Mother Earth now have the responsibility to rebuild the relationship with her, having remade themselves. It is said that North America represents the physical force or body, Europe the spiritual aspect or head, and South America the heart. It is highly interesting that after being isolated for 500 years, they have the same knowledge as the elders and shamans of other indigenous cultures in North and South America. The Quechua say, learn from the rivers, the trees, the rocks, honor your brothers, honor Mother Earth, Father Sun, her sisters, the stars, honor the Great Spirit, honor yourself and all creation. According to them, we are entering the cycle of the 5th Pachakuti, a 500-year cycle. The Quechua say that the gates between the worlds will open again, that holes will form in time through which we can pass to explore our abilities and regain our luminous nature. This makes us think of what we currently call dimensional portals. According to the teachings of their ancestors, it will only take a few more years for the people representing the eagle and the people representing the condor to unite. This unification will save humanity. It is said that at the beginning of time all people formed one group, and that in the course of time we will divide into two groups. Each went a different way. One of them was centered on the sciences and was formed by the intellectuals, who are the people of the eagle. The other group, dedicated to harmony with nature, formed the more intuitive people, the condor people. They believe that the eagle of the north and the condor of the south will fly together again. In the 5th Pachakuti, that is, in this 3rd millennium, the people of the eagle, representing the material world, will have a high scientific and technological knowledge and immense material wealth, but they will also find a great inner emptiness caused by the separation from the natural world, which threatens their existence. The group of condors, representing the spiritual world, consists of people of heart, feeling, mind and emotions who have succeeded in uniting with the natural world. They have developed their intuitive abilities, know the cycles of the earth and know how to contact the spirits of the animal and plant kingdoms. However, they do not know how to function in the material world of the eagle. This will be their weak point and they may disappear. We see that the people of the eagle represent those who live in cities with great economic development, and the people of the condor represent all the indigenous peoples of the world. When the eagle and the condor fly together again, wing to wing, the world will regain its balance. The eagles and the condors cannot survive alone. From this union will emerge a new man who will honor the people of the eagle for their knowledge and the people of the condor for their deep wisdom of heart. When the eagle and the condor fly together, they will heal their wounds, strengthen their spirits, and drive out their enemies by ending oppression, exploitation, and injustice. When they speak of enemies, it is obvious that they are referring to the beings that have taken over the earth and are directing our destinies. We can call them reptilians, Anunnaki, or whatever, but what is certain is that they will flee. They also speak of reincarnation. When 5 centuries ago the elder Atahualpa, the last Inca, said, "After many lives I will return. I will be millions. I will not die. They only separate me from this body." According to the grandparents of Atahualpa, this is the time, and we are the chosen ones to shape this announced great time of healing, peace and reconciliation. Lakota elder Wallace Blacke Elk proclaimed, "Purification will come. The Great Mother will cradle us in her arms and dry our tears, and the Great Father will walk with us, and the broken circle of our peoples will be formed anew." This is the time of the great gathering, when the peoples of the 4 directions will unite. The Quechuas offer their teachings to prepare for the day when the eagle of the north and the condor of the south will once again fly together. There will be tumultuous changes on earth and in our psyche, and gradually we will see the material world unite with the spiritual world. According to the Quechuas, the earth is evolving, and if we do not evolve with it, it will do without us. It is not necessary to meditate, we just need to be aware that we are standing on a living being, our Mother Earth, and take a few conscious breaths a day. That's all, nothing more is needed. If we do not become aware of where we are like a virus for the earth. We must be aware of where we live. There is a prophecy that says there will be a time when the voice of indigenous peoples will be heard as it has never been heard before, and it seems that time has come.